walks in the midst of your camp to deliver you, and to give up your enemies before you. Therefore shall your camp be holy, that he see no unclean thing in you, and turn away from you. Deuteronomy 23, verse 14. Welcome back to Kol Elohim. This is Malcha Devaria Bat Yah of the Nation of YisraEl in Baltimore, Maryland, and I welcome you all to our new series of studies for women, this one being titled Niddah. It is a matter of sanctification. Yahweh is holy. The Elohim of Yisrael has many good and enduring attributes, but his level of holiness is beyond our understanding. We cannot begin to understand how different he really is from us. As the heaven is from high above the earth, are his ways different from ours. Jeremiah who writes, in Yisrael there is a standard of sanctification given in the Torah by the Most High. The standards of sanctification serves to make our dwelling places and worship acceptable to the Most High. Yahweh, your Elohim, walks in the midst of our camps. Yahweh calls Yisrael to live lives which are holy. Let us turn now to Vayikra chapter 11 and verse 45. For I am Yahweh that bring you up out of the land of Mitzrayim to be your mighty one. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. Now before we begin to study what this sanctification is for the Israeli, we want to understand that Yah is calling us to a special level of sanctification because he is holy. And if we remember from our prior studies, we keep going back a lot to Bereshit chapter 1 verse 26, where Yahweh said that we are to be in his image and in his likeness. We are the representatives of the Most High, and so since he is holy, then we also shall live holy lives. Let's take a look at the Hebrew word for holy so we can gain a better understanding of what holy is. Now the word for holy comes from in the Strong's Concordance number 6918, and it is the word kadosh, and it simply means sacred, ceremonially or morally when it is used as a noun. But this comes from 6942 also in the Strong's Concordance. Numbers 6942 in our concordance, we have the word kadash, which means to be clean, ceremonially or morally. And this is the primitive rule, meaning this is the basic meaning of the word. Actually, this word chadash is the Hebrew word that is used in the scriptures to signify our English word sanctify. Now we're going to look at the Hebrew pictographs for the same word kadosh to get a better understanding of what the term means by looking at the letters that were used to spell it. And we see we have the letters starting from right to left, the kof, the dal or dalet, and the letter shin. The kof symbolizes the sun on the horizon. That's why you see that circle with the line running through it. You have a dalet, which is a symbol of a door or entrance. And then you have the picture of the shin, which symbolizes teeth. Now, what I found interesting when I looked at this word, look at each of these letters, they all seem to have one thing in common. And what I saw in common was separation. If we look at the Kaf, we see the horizon is separating the sun. A door separates rooms in a home. or in a house. And the shin also separates because we use our teeth to cut, and then you're separating something into multiple pieces or two pieces to keep it simple. So when we look at the word kadosh, we can see that there is a system of division or separating from holy and secular. That's what we see when we look at this word kadosh by the Hebrew pictographs. Devarim 28:9. Yahweh shall establish you an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto you, if you shall keep the commandments of Yahweh, your mighty one, and walk in his ways. What makes us holy? What makes us holy is obeying the Torah. The Torah is what makes us sanctified and separate from the rest of the world. There's a opening prayer that is used in a majority of Hebrew prayers, and it says, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. And then after that you will complete the prayer for whatever the blessing is for. But I interject that to show you how we are made sanctified. That scripture, that opening prayer means, blessed are you, our Master, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by his commandments. It is the commandments of the Most High that actually makes us holy. The world do not follow the Torah. There is no difference in their lives between secular and holy. But when you look into a Yehudim or a Yisraeli who are walking in the Torah, have made confession and committed themselves in understanding the Torah and striving to be the image and the likeness of the Most High, that makes us separate from the rest of the world. You shall separate the children of Yisrael from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. Vayikra 15:31. This study is focused on the Torah of Niddah, law of sanctification, particularly for the women of Yisrael. A lot of people misunderstand the laws of sanctification, thinking it was made up by men with fear of the women's issue. Well, nothing is really further from the truth. Yahweh gave the laws of sanctification for a purpose. So shall you separate the children of Yisrael from their uncleanness. We're going to look at 3 instances of Niddah which pertains to women. At one being after sex, during and after menstruation, and childbearing. We're going to begin our study in Vayikra chapter 15 verse 18.